Inne spelloina irrumienia sneidofa heimenekal stumasiwingamu.
Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I'm Rex.
I am Daniel. It was Rex month. I guess technically it still is Rex month, but the mooch generously deigned to bestow Daniel Week upon us.
We pop the collar.
Yeah, pop.
Pop the collar.
Which, I'm kind of grateful for. Yeah. It's kind of fun.
I'm sure the people
This is
are too.
We've skipped comments.
Yeah.
Because I talk a lot. For a long time, I thought that my ability to dominate a conversation meant I was an extrovert.
Right.
Right?
No, it just
and
means...
then it conflicted.
No, it just means you're a narcissist.
Yeah. Then it gets true. Then it conflicted with all my rest of my life.
Right.
And then I realized, no, I'm the most extreme introvert you've ever met in your life.
Uh-huh.
And then Dr. Grant showed up in my life, and he said this sentence.
Dr. Grant is a renowned psychologist. He's taught across the world.
Yeah.
He's on the board at the academy. He's taught at UT. He's taught everywhere.
He's an astounding psychologist.
Yes.
And he said this sentence out loud when I was in the room.
Right.
He said, people have this mistaken idea that introverts don't talk. It's not that they don't talk. It's that they pick you. And then they talk your ear off.
Right.
And I went, oh, that's it. That's what I do. I can remain completely silent in groups for weeks until I find someone that I'm like, you're the one I'm going to talk to.
You're the one, and it's something that I've thought about.
A lot.
And now I'm going to present this monologue.
Yeah.
Get comfortable.
Yeah.
You're going to be here a while.
If you end up talking to a true introvert, there's going to be a lot of this.
Yeah, and if you try and interject and have a conversation, no. You know, say, this isn't a conversation.
No. This is a monologue.
This is a presentation.
This is why...
You're interrupting the presentation.
What you don't understand is this is why Rex and I interrupt each other all the time, is because we're two introverts attempting to monologue. And the only way to get past that...
Now, have you noticed, for Daniel Week so far...
Yeah, you've really not interrupted at all.
Consciously taken a step back.
And you haven't even been snarky about it.
I've had brilliant insights.
Yeah.
Life-changing perspectives that I have withheld. Because no, I'm going to let you do your thing. Do your thing.
This is like a throwback to the first few months that Rex was on the show, when he thought his job was to let me do my thing.
Right.
And then you realized we're never going to get anywhere if we keep letting Daniel do his thing.
So the irony...
We're still not talking about Laphroaig.
It's Daniel Week. We can do whatever the hell you want.
That's true.
Right. The irony upon irony is Daniel and I have done... we have done some psychological testing administered by an expert. Very, you do... It's like hours. Mm-hmm. And... There's 4 main quadrants that break down into 16 sub-quadrants. Mm-hmm. So for 3 out of the 4 of these main things, they had everybody stand up and go to their respective corners of the room. Mm-hmm. And then based on where you fit on the spectrum of those 4 quadrants, how, neutral or extreme you are, you're going to be in a line position with other people. And for 3 out of the 4 things, Daniel and I were on the most extreme end of the spectrum.
With everybody else way over there.
Shoulder to shoulder. Until the 4th.
Yeah.
And then we're on the opposite sides of the room.
The most extreme. We were bookends on the other opposite extreme. It's like, oh, that's where it is.
So we're broken identically.
Until the 4th.
3 out of 4 ways.
Yeah, 75%.
And then in the 4th way, we're broken in totally opposite ways.
And that's the one in which there's a very big difference. Okay, Laphroaig. Why did I pour Laphroaig?
On Daniel Week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this was my first... Sorry, Christina. This was my first gateway into really smoky, briny whiskey.
Okay.
Right? This started for me, this journey started for me in California after a breakup with a fiance. Mm-hmm. And I went into a bar called Mother's Tavern, which had a big Scottish whiskey selection. Mm-hmm. And I just wanted something that would pick a fight with me so that I didn't get in a fight with somebody else. And all I could remember was that everyone said Laphroaig was really, really smoky and aggressive, and you can't handle the truth. Right? And so I went, fine, I'm going to drink Laphroaig tonight.
I can handle the truth.
And pretty quickly, I realized two things. One, they were not joking. And two, this was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And the feeling that it created was probably similar to people who fall in love with really hot sauce. It's this love-hate relationship of it hurts so good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So by the way, since it's Daniel week, I'm gonna do you a solid. Because I think I may have steered you wrong with the hot sauce episode we did recently.
Oh, a lot of people have emailed me about that.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah.
So
You want to know what they said?
Well, because the hot ones on the First We Feast channel, there is a hot sauce that's notorious for being hated,
and that's the one.
Daniel had me choose the hot sauce. I chose. So, hot sauce is good. That one. I was trying to make you suffer.
Yeah, so that one tasted so bad. It wasn't even a good flavor. It was disgusting. And it sacrificed all flavor for heat.
Yeah, it did.
And then I had all these people email me saying, dude, that one is known all over the place by being the worst flavor ever.
You watch Hot Ones episodes and they're going down the progression and you're like, all right, here we go. They're going to talk about how it is. 3, 2, 1.
There it is. Yeah. It just tastes horrible.
Yeah.
So, Laphroaig, since I have acclimated to smoke, I now pick up all of these freshly cleaned notes in the sense of all of this shiny cleaning product sort of.
It's like going through an office complex after the cleaning crew's gone through and they have like the vacuum floor and the cleaning chemicals in the air. Yeah.
So someone says, it has all these citrus notes. I'm like, yeah, if by that you mean like lemon pledge. It has all of these fruity notes. Yeah, if by that you mean the fruity aerosol that sprays into the bathroom to keep you from smelling shit. But they are behind that briny, iodine, chemical-y kind of note. Very salt heavy.
Right. Now, what was still weirding me out, because I'm not exactly sure how it happened, but whenever we did our Whiskey and Coke pairing episode on the Whiskey Tribe channel that we'll link up here.
Yeah.
Whenever Laphroaig and Coke and Ardbeg and Coke were mixed together, Laphroaig and Coke got really tame.
Yeah.
And the smokiness in Ardbeg,
sweeter even.
Smokiness in Ardbeg, that held up much more so than Laphroaig.
So I have this theory that one of the primary differences between Ardbeg and Laphroaig is that Ardbeg has more of the heavy, oily congeners, right? And so even though Laphroaig is smoky and briny, it's not as oil heavy.
Right.
It doesn't cling in the same way that Ardbeg does.
Okay.
Now when I go to a bar, and this is Hawaii too, if I can't decide what to get and they don't have the greatest selection, if I see Laphroaig, then I just stop looking. I'm just like, nah, Laphroaig.
Regardless of what you're eating?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And now here's the interesting thing. I don't usually drink whiskey while eating, even at a restaurant. I'll order a cocktail while I'm eating, a martini or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So, and then when I'm done with everything, instead of dessert, I'll order a whiskey. So I'll go look at their selection, and I'm going to pick the whiskey that I'm going to drink by itself. And I either order it up front and drink it before the appetizers come, or I save it till the end and drink it after the meal's done.
Fair enough.
I rarely pair the whiskey with the food unless the whiskey selection is good enough to have choices.
I rarely get whiskeys at restaurants because I know I'm going to enjoy the food because I usually go to restaurants that I know is going to be amazing. But whenever I order a whiskey, it's like, man, there's like a 60-70% chance they're going to do something that's going to be disappointing.
Yeah.
Because they're just not that well versed in the do's and do's nots. Tyler, you don't do do's nots?
So the Laphroaig Lore is...
Wait.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry.
Do's nuts? You don't...
Do's nuts.
You don't do's nuts? What if I told you
Do's nuts.
to get all up on...
The Do's nuts. I thought I knew Laphroaig, and I thought I knew what it was capable of. And I've always loved it. And then I was at a tasting with John Campbell, the master distiller, the current master distiller at Laphroaig.
That was the bottle... Go ahead.
No.
That was the bottle, our first episode on our other channel.
Yeah.
You pulled out this bottle.
Oh, yeah.
That John Campbell personally handed to you.
Yep. That
was the one we ushered in the new channel with on the first episode.
That's right. it's that good. I think John Campbell created the best Laphroaig expression I've ever tried. And I keep trying other random things,
Right.
including special releases, from like Cadenhead or Signatory of a Laphroaig release, right? Or a Duncan Taylor. And I still come back to this lore as everything you love about Laphroaig, but with a heavier middle range that gives it all this depth and complexity. And I still maintain that if any Laphroaig could convert Christina from Ardbeg to Laphroaig, it would be Laphroaig Lore.
So here's the thing.
And I'm betting she'd back me up on that.
Christina Zerpoli, she's a very visible member in the community. She is known as the founder of the cult of Ardbeg.
Yeah, the High Priestess.
The priestess of Pete.
Yeah.
Because she's known for basically being so adamant that there is one and only whiskey, and all other whiskeys must bow down and worship it at the feet of this one whiskey. That whiskey is Ardbeg. She's so known for that one thing, which goes to one of the things you said before. If you're going to basically start building a reputation, pick one thing.
Yes.
One thing.
We talked about this like 2 years ago where it's good to be known for something.
Yes, but you can't spread that out. It has to be a thing.
Yeah.
So
For me, it's paid off in big ways to be known for drinking whiskey.
right.
Because anywhere you go, that's what somebody buys you.
Now somebody within the whiskey community is like, well, you're already in a whiskey community. It has to be one thing
Yep.
in the whiskey community, and Ardbeg is her bag, man.
Essentially, she understands good branding.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. And
Now-
and quite the fan of you, I might add.
Yeah, not you.
No.
Oh, come on, smell that. So the smoke is turned up a little, and it's more like wood smoke instead of briny smoke.
Yeah, and I am getting less of the iodine and more of the
Right.
yeah.
Which actually reminds me slightly of Octomore. It's a little more dark, meaty char.
Man.
You see what I mean? How it's Laphroaig with the mid notes turned up to fill out before it goes mids high and honky.
I think that medicinal iodine note, if that's what's ever turned you off of Laphroaig 10, but you'd still like peaty whiskeys, the lore is definitely worth trying because that medicinal note is turned down a lot.
Yeah, you still get the smoke, but not the the medicinal is muted.
Yeah.
Now, I was a little worried because when he showed it to us, he said this was a special edition that they had done.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, if this goes away, it's a loss to the world. Since then, they've talked about it being a core expression of Laphroaig.
Good.
And I think for good reason.
I would probably reach for this. Is there an age statement on the lore?
No. And that's the thing. When people start shitting all over non-age statement whiskeys,
Right.
with like, oh, unless it has an age on it, I won't drink it. Or give me one age statement that was better than that. It's like, oh, all I have to say is lore. Lore. Laphroaig Lore is proof that a no age statement whiskey can just wipe out an entire line.
Or speaking of peaty whiskeys, doesn't like half of the freaking Ardbeg line not have age statements at this
Yeah,
point?
they're working a lot towards. The only competition they have in the how many can we do is Highland Park.
Yes.
The two most aggressive, let's just try and name it weird things.
Yeah, and let's watch
Ardbeg and
the whiskey vault
Highland Park.
and take their ideas.
Yeah. So it turns out that two of our sommeliers and instructors in the level 3 whiskey,
Yeah.
Kate and Joe Van Name, are huge, diehard Highland Park fans and have visited the distillery and have become friends with the people there. And they say that the line of dolphin, eagle, and bear were planned for years.
Lies and slander. Lies and slander.
But they also say
Right.
that they were talked about the whiskey vault, and one of the guys was like, "Oh yeah, oh those guys on the whiskey vault, yeah, okay."
How's Daniel Week going so far?
I'm kind of enjoying it.
You having a good time?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Tomorrow's Friday, so that makes it the last day of the
Is it
week.
tomorrow Friday?
Yeah.
Oh. Well. I mean, we said a week.
And we're still gonna do donation day,
And this.
but I'm gonna pick only the donations that I want to drink, as opposed to those I want to explore.
Fair enough.
All right.
Fair enough. Whatever you want, man. It's all about you. All about you.
Man, that's a real sense of foreboding going on here.
It's okay.
Okay. Here's to fighting, stealing, and
If you
drinking.
fight, may you fight for a friend.
If you steal, may you steal a lover's heart.
And if you drink,
May
you
you
drink
drink
with us.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To mooch whiskey is my request. Something, yeah. Whiskey some, gonna catch 'em up. 'Cause it's so tiny and they fit in a ball.